flexion. Right? So we're going to palpate the semimembranosus and semitendinosus on one side, and then the biceps femoris on the other. So if I just have a bend the knee, there I can feel right away the tendon. Now I'm going to have to use my thumb on the one side because I can't spread my fingers, so I can just see the biceps femoris and there's semimembranosus. And if you just want to have that person just bend your knee, get bend it, and I just bend your knee real hard. Right? Now I can palpate the tendons. Right? So now I know I'm on him. All right? So with this, I should have done it this way so I can stabilize this leg. All right, get bend your knee now, and there we go. All right, so that would be the 3. Oh, there we go. That's better. She got a delay there. Do it again. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm palpating and stabilizing. Now for 3 plus 4 and 5, I'm going to have her flex somewhat already, right? Because they can't do it. I'm going to stabilize. All right, I'm going to push down 3 plus 4 and 5. Now for 2 and 1, she's on her side. Right? Now let's tell them what we were talking about before too. So now we switch sides. Now listen guys, this is how you can lose points on the exam. So we just did the right side, now you flipped her on this side, and now you're doing the wrong leg.
Oh dear.
Oh my dear, my dear. I'm here next summer, I'll be here next summer. You like me, so you can, I'll be.
Wait.
There you go. Right? Everybody understands that. Right? So don't make that mistake. All right? All right, so now we're, this has to be straight, right? Right? So what we're going to do is palpate these guys in the back here. Let me see, how did I do it last time? Did I stay in the back here? I don't know. I did in the back or the front. So I can do it like this. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to palpate those tendons again back here, right distally. I have here, and she's going to go ahead and bend her knee, and that's like this. Okay? That's for flexion. That would be 2 and 1. Now we're going to go with extension. So with extension, she's seated. We have that little bolster again.
It's right there.
Okay. Do the right leg. Okay. All right, so we're just going to make sure everything's lined up. All right, this is the movement she's going to do. All right, so all I'm going to do is, I don't think I have to put my hand back there, just stabilize this. Right? Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to stabilize the leg, and I'm going to palpate now. Remember, there's the patella, there's the tendon. I'm going to palpate right here. Stable legs, push all the way out for me, and that's, I can feel that right there. Now for resistance-wise, all right, I'm going to stabilize here. All right, come down, and I'm going to press for a 3 plus 4 and 5. 4, 2, and 1. We're going to go on to the side. All right, so the side is up. All right, so the hip is in neutral. No, bend the bottom. But I want your hips forward more. Right, so I want you in a straight line. Move your whole, there you go. Okay? You're broken. Right, put your hand out over there so you can, then you're not going to be afraid to fall off then, right? All right, so here we go. So now we're doing the extension. So this has got to be bent now. Okay? So now we're going to do the rectus. Right? So I can palpate right here. All right, I'm stabilizing here so she's not going to go. So I just go ahead, extend it. All right, and there it is right there.
So that leg has to be bent?
Yes,
bottom?
because it's going to be, because otherwise if it's straight, she's going to fall off.
No.
The bottom leg is to stabilize her.
Okay.
Right? So all I'm doing, because if she's straight, she's going to be wobbly. She's on a narrow path. Right? So I'm going to be over here. All right? And and she's just going to go straight out like that. Okay? That would be 2 and 1. Now, ankle. Okay? For dorsiflexion, she's seated. All right? And so with dorsiflexion, we're going to palpate the tibialis anterior. So with this, all right? So I just have to find her shin. So there's her shin there, right? The tibia ridge. I just move lateral to it. All right? I'm going to stabilize. She's going to go ahead and do that movement. She's going to go ahead, do that movement for me, and then I can feel it right there. Now for 3 plus 4 and 5. I'm just going to come over here, place my hand here. She's going to be in neutral. I'm going to press down. Go ahead, do it. 3 plus 4, 5. Then 4, 2. On to the side. This is the, I think it's down the down one, yeah, because we're doing, right? It's, okay, we'll do it that way then. All right. So we switch legs now. Remember, guys, just so you'll know for your videos there. All right, so the testing side down. Otherwise, you know this, but you can't see me then, right? On that side. So, all right, so this leg, I'm gonna have straight. Why don't you do that? There you go. All right, so just make sure, move your hips a little forward so you're not gonna fall. So straight leg, make sure they're comfortable, that they're not gonna fall off. All right, the foot is gonna be on the table, and they're just gonna go ahead and do a dorsiflexion, we do, right? Yeah, dorsiflexion. So that means I have to palpate, there's their tibia ridge, I'm going straight across, I have a leg stable, do it for me please, and that's the movement.
Then
All
it
right.
doesn't have to be done?
No,
Wouldn't
no, because, I don't think so, because then, it takes out the, no, I think I have it straight, it's a straight leg, yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
like
straight
medial?
leg. Mhm.
No, lateral.
Yeah, because it won't matter, it doesn't matter if it's straight or not.
Dr.
It's not a
Gallagher?
two-joint muscle, right? It only does,
Dorsiflexion
yeah,
Oh,
it's not gonna do any of the
it's
for the
action.
gastroc?
Yes, it is.
But the
Yeah,
gastroc is
Isn't
different.
that like medial?
But if we're doing, given we're doing tibialis anterior, right?
Oh, we just have to do the.
Yeah, we're just doing, I mean, if it's tight, we might limit it to some extent, but this is where they have it in
Okay,
most books.
that's fine.
All right, so, yeah, question you had?
I have a question.
Hmm?
Isn't tibialis anterior medial?
No, it's lateral. Medial is just the bone.
Fibula is lateral.
Fibula is lateral, right?
Okay.
It's posterior and lateral.
Okay.
So, right here's the tibia ridge, boom, right there's the muscle. All the way muscle, 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 I have to go all the way around here to where the bone is.
Right, so that's lateral.
Tibialis
Yeah, you said-
anterior
you
is
said-
more anterior than fibularis.
Yeah.
Longus.
Here's the tibia, here's the fibula on that leg. So, all here is tibialis anterior, and then some of the other muscles.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. So that would be the other two. Then we have one more is
Plantar.
plantar flexion. All right, so this is prone. Okay, so with this one here, all right, she's gonna do straight out, make sure she's just going straight, she's not doing any twisting or turning even to the hip like this. All right, so I can just stabilize the leg, palpate the gastroc. Go ahead, do that for me. All right, that would be the 3. So now for 3+, I use the web of my hand over the calcaneus, just like this. So I'm kind of pushing down on this angle. So I do this, stabilize this here. All right, head push, 3 + 4, 5. Then for a 2, you're on your side. This is the one that's, no, I guess it's on the table. No plantar. Right, that's the thing, right? Okay, so all right, so the foot's on the table now. It's a straight leg. So she's going to go ahead and do plantar flexion. And once again, I'm just going to stabilize her, palpate the gastroc, go ahead, and that's for the 2 and the 1. All right, then lastly, we have inversion and eversion. So with inversion, side line,
Inversion first?
yep, inversion, side line. All right, the test side is going to be down. The foot is off the table. All right, so now we have to make sure that they're not going to be doing all these other twisting movements, which is easy to do. Just make sure they're just going straight into this inversion position. So, and we said we're going to go ahead and palpate the tibialis anterior. So I'm going to stabilize, can do that movement, and that's it. Yeah. Now for resistance, I'm going to just apply resistance this way. So I stabilize, can do that same movement, 3 + 4, 5. And then for onto your back, for gravity eliminated. All right, foot's on the table, so it's a neutral, and she's going to go into this position like this here. So once again, I palpate that, stabilize, go ahead. That's the movement. And lastly, for eversion. All right, so we're doing the top leg here. All right, you could put a pillow or a cushion so they're a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes it is a little bit uncomfortable in this position. So they're going to do this movement, eversion. Good. Okay. All right. So eversion, and like I said, the peroneus or fibularis longus and brevis go down like the outside seam of your leg, the outside seam of your pants. All right. So they're going to be right down through here. So if I just stabilize the leg and palpate there, go ahead and do that, and you feel them contract right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and stabilize, and they're going to go up. You got to do that movement and do this. So I don't want to have my thumb. It's hard. If I place my whole hand here, it's easier for me to resist her. Lastly, onto your back. All right. Remember, we're just kind of switching legs now. Remember, because on that side. So, all right, she's going to be doing that movement. So I'm going to stabilize her. There's the tibia. There's a bunch of other muscles here, which we'll learn when we do the lecture part. But out over here is going to be where the peroneus longus is right here. Okay, so turn out, and that would be it.